Let's talk about milestones, especially movement milestones. As parents, we like to focus on the big ones, like rolling over for the first time, crawling for the first time, taking that first step. We get it on the iPhone and share it with everybody. We look in growth and development charts and plan out when and how it should happen for our little ones and make sure they're right on track. But what if it's going slow? What if it isn't coordinated? Or what if they're missing or struggling to master things like crawling, walking, or running in an easy way? Movement is not only an exercise for the body, it's an exercise for the brain. And just like building a house, the nervous system has to start with foundational movements right after birth. In this video, I'm going to talk about 3 steps in the motor sequence to help keep babies on track with movement or get them back on track with movement if they're delayed. So parents, this video is for you. If you or someone you know are nervous about their baby or toddler's gross motor developmental timelines, they may be behind, they may be toe walking, they may be falling a lot, and maybe they just have or have been told to have lower muscle tone. So as parents, we love to talk about growth charts, right? And we're tied to the percentages and always want to make sure our kids fall on a good average or come out above average. Johnny's in the 200th percentile for his head or weight or whatever, and Jenny's only in the 50th percentile for height. And does it really matter? Remember, these are just averages. So some kids are going to be higher, some kids are going to be smaller. And as exciting as this is to track, height and weight very rarely correlate with movement development. In fact, most bigger kids scoring higher in the percentile charts often take longer to move. These charts can be very confusing for parents when development isn't happening. And the truth is, the sequence matters more than the timing or the percentiles. Okay? Both of my kids were slightly higher if we compared them to others on the growth charts. But my daughter, for example, fell a little behind when it came to wanting to roll, crawl, and eventually walk. I've talked about Ren's story in previous videos, but ultimately she had a lot of stuck tension at the base of her skull, definitely, from her vacuum-assisted delivery. And this stress was causing dysregulation of her vestibular mechanism. So mom and dad Cairo had to do some work to get little miss back on track. Remember, these interventions, life-saving, but they often come with repercussions. Helping kids follow these 3 steps in the sequence will ensure they stay on track or get back on track to master the end goal of walking and running with smooth, controlled movement patterns. So, number 1. Don't focus on movement or strength with baby first. In fact, between birth and 3 to 4 months, babies shouldn't be strong in their legs or rolling over. These first months are to focus on simply eating, sleeping, pooping, and growing. The big movements come next. Number 2, good tummy time starts the motor sequence. So head and neck control are the most important building blocks for overall tone and development early on. Getting a baby good with tummy time can start early, even right after delivery, by simply just hanging out on mom or dad's stomach or chest and just getting that one-on-one love, right? They don't need strength early, but getting them comfortable in this position will lead to strength down the road later on when it's needed. Number 3, prioritize crawling before walking and avoid standers too early. Those things that help to support the kids standing up long before they should. If baby starts walking too early, it can lead to toe walking, it can lead to being uncoordinated, or even lead to behavior or sensory struggles. So if your baby is taking extra time from crawling to walking, keep your mind at ease. This taking longer is better for their neurological system in the long term. Bonus step number 4, because I love you guys. If a baby is delayed in crawling, walking, or lower tone, seek out a pediatric chiropractor. We measure and assess their tone, okay? Oftentimes, this muscle and motor tone challenges can be tied back to the birth or delivery stressors. Remember thinking the story of my sweetie Ren. Plus, babies do commonly have the overall tone amount in their bodies, even if they've been diagnosed with low tone. They're just holding it in the wrong places, like the neck, the shoulders, and by the spine, the neurospinal system, instead of the extremities, the arms and the legs. Pediatric chiropractors can help balance this out. So, if you're concerned this may be the case with your child, or you want to talk more about what they're struggling with this movement-based coordination and progression, schedule a consultation exam with our office right away. We'll do some insight scans, we'll see where the tension, the stuck tone is, and we'll get you some help. Any questions, comments, please don't be shy. Finally, share this information with anyone and everyone you might think needs it. You'll never know how far reaching your message might be for someone, some other mom needing some hope, answers, and help. We'd love to help. Thank you.